Hello, this is Sean Gibson, the executive editor of Gaming Illustrated, and this is the review of WWE 13 from THQ. Now, THQ is back with another World Wrestling Entertainment title with WWE 13 for PS3, Wii, and the Xbox 360. What you're seeing here is the PS3 version. Now, this year's edition isn't a major overhaul like last year's edition, but that's a good thing because WWE 13 represents much more of what was enjoyed in last year's edition, just taken a step further. There's a lot better gameplay, there's better game modes, and so overall you're going to really find that it is a better experience overall. WWE 13 touts improved features as well as some amazing new gameplay modes. WWE Live is the trademark technology that brings the magic behind the live events into the games. You're seeing here as The Rock comes out. It's kind of hard not to impersonate him during the course of this video review, but it really does have a great presentation layer in terms of the video of what you're seeing. It really feels like you're watching WWE Raw or SmackDown. Those events are really wonderfully branded here in the game. Now, there's a new feature in WWE 13 called The Attitude is Back, which takes wrestling fans back to the most influential history in WWE's history, the era of the Attitude. And this mode is a single-player campaign focused on the 8 core individuals, the likes of Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Vince McMahon, Mankind, The Rock, Stone Cold, that really just defined the era and the Monday Night Wars, which so many wrestling fans like myself fondly look back on. There's also WWE Universe 3.0, which features a career-style mode offering individual options and decision-making during the course of gameplay that really determines your fate. And speaking of the game, here comes Triple H. This is a great way to notice how detailed and accurate these wrestler entrances are. They've been done very well and are definitely one of the highlights of the title. WWE 13 features a massive roster of superstars of past and present, with some superstars representing multiple times to show off their evolution over time, such as The Rock. There are over 105 different spots on the roster, including the ones that are available via DLC, representing the biggest roster in THQ's history for a WWE game. It's great to see some of the wrestlers who have even passed away or otherwise just kind of missing off the face of the planet to return and to be able to make them playable characters in the title.
This should be an awesome matchup between these two men. Wow, straight right hand. This will be a physical battle.
If there's one major gripe with WWE 13,
and that one hurt his hand.
It's the play-by-play. Obviously, there's a little bit of a discord between what's happening in the match and what the commentators say. Sometimes it's as if they're watching a match completely different to the one you are playing, and it doesn't seem to be quite coherent. It doesn't follow any sort of rhyme or reason when it comes to having an actual conversation between two commentators and the audience. It's definitely taking away from the overall experience and something that THQ should be addressing in future games.
Big kick. Whoa, Rock. Rock bottom hits. The SmackDown has been Rock into the cover. That hand had a lot of force behind it. Too slow. A dime.
For those of you that have yet to jump into a WWE video game from THQ or haven't revisited the franchise in many years, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve when it comes to mastering the Predator fighting system, which is based on grappling and well-timed button selection. Attack moves will vary considerably depending on your position against your opponent, and if the superstar being controlled happens to be on the top rope or holding a chair or is in motion, or a lot of other factors. There's a definite combination of art and science behind the gameplay that definitely rests on the side of the more difficult than the easy. Now, you will notice that wrestlers show fatigue and injury, which then another wrestler will jump on and know when to pinfall. There's no health bar to defer to for gamers. You're going to have to pay attention to who's hurt and why, and to exploit their weaknesses during a match.
He just never got out of the starting gate. What an impressive victory that was.
So we're now transitioning to a match between Shawn Michaels and Mankind that's very famous in WWE history. And this is where we're going to talk about the game modes in the game. So for wrestling nostalgists, the era of the Monday Night Wars was a golden one, and the ability to relive it firsthand through a new gameplay mode is sheer brilliance. gamers will work their way through various stages of the era, utilizing 8 of the core individuals responsible for the Attitude Era in WWE history. This represents a fantastic replacement for the Road to WrestleMania from last year's game, as wrestling fans will get to relive, along with a checklist of objectives, some of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. There's tons of great things to unlock by accomplishing the objectives of each match, making this game mode a pure winner. Outside of that popular mode, there's individual matchups that you can create at any time and jump right into the action, as well as a career mode to take a wrestler all the way to the top. Speaking specifically to the graphics, the new presentation layer in WWE 13 is impressive as it absolutely mimics the feel of a live WWE broadcast. The wrestler introductions are spot on, with model renderings of each of the wrestlers done with pretty good accuracy. Now, the physics of the matches themselves are still rather standard and nothing special, but overall the graphics are definitely a plus in WWE 13. Speaking to the sound of the game, WWE 13 features a good soundtrack, and all the songs for the wrestler introductions are in the game as well. There's a variety of commentator teams featuring the new as well as the old, yes, good old JR as you're hearing right now, but overall the play-by-play is definitely a sore point for the game. While the Madden franchise might have had a lot of critical comments, WWE 13 might be a little worse.
Mankind never had a chance. Michaels and Helmsley saw to that. Shawn Michaels paid the premium. The insurance policy has paid off. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is with Shawn Michaels.
Overall, for wrestling fans, WWE 13 is a great game that offers another solid step forward for the franchise. The game modes are definitely the highlight of the title, with the Attitude is Back mode shining. The gameplay itself is good, presentation layer is great, and the play-by-play is awful. Other than that, WWE 13 serves as a very solid title enjoyed best by wrestling fans everywhere.